Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back for your daily crypto news and analysis. And we have a lot to go over when it comes to XRP. Catalyst, guys, they are building, they are lining up, and it seems as though we might be getting to the final lap. And it's going to be very exciting if this is going to all align perfectly for what we are expecting. But with that in mind, I do hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. As we really look at what's going on right now in this market, I really do think that a very small percentage of people are aware of what's about to happen, because I see a lot of new individuals around the space that, this might be their first cycle. We don't know, right? I feel as though we're at that point in time where you can really kind of separate those that have been around for more than, 2 cycles and those that have been pretty new to the space, because you can see it in the sentiment, you can see it in the frustration at a time where it seems as though everything is fully building. And I've talked about that. I've addressed it on multiple occasions. The Ethereum ETF, believe it or not, it's a major signal of what's to come, right? The Ethereum ETF is providing us with an insight that we're now in basically phase 2 of the market in terms of alt season flow. I said here that the amount of possible catalysts behind XRP is insane. Tokenization, RWA narrative, Ripple IPO still looming, Ripple stablecoin, full clarity institutional sales, partnership announcements, XRP ETF, 7 years of accumulation, breakout, major XRP ledger amendments, XRP adoption in terms of the XRP ledger. It's growing, right? Relist on all exchanges again. Although XRP gets a ton of hate and the frustration is at all-time highs already, the pressure is building. The only thing I'm watching at this point is what the Bitcoin pair is doing. Did I miss anything? Leave some other catalyst in the comments. You can't afford to not be a part of this Discord. You need to join the free Discord down in the description below, as well as in the comments below right now, to get ahead of the rest of the market with 24/7, 365 access to information around crypto, including insights, trades, altcoin gems, you name it. You need to be a part of this Discord. So what are you waiting for? Click the link down in the description below, as well as in the comments below, to join today. Now, as we really look at the XRP Bitcoin pair, this is what it looks like, right? We have been following this chart for a while, and it is because we are now starting to see MACD momentum down here, right? It's building at the same exact time that stock RSI momentum is building. You can see it here. It's already past the midline, while RSI just recently touched a little bit below the moving average, and now we're still bouncing above it, which is a very good sign. But what I want to see is RSI get back to the midline here, at least around 50, because that means that momentum is really building, and we should be at that point in time regaining some of these major EMAs up here. These are what we want to see reclaimed in terms of some levels, because once we flip this midline here, it's pretty much all game on, right? We're about to retest that upper trend line at that point. We're possibly going to break out of it. And then at that time, where we really kind of just watch the XRP USD pair really kind of just print us a massive amount of money. But we're still not there yet. We're still kind of brewing down here. And this is what I mean around, these charts, or even around the space where you really have to have patience, because during this time, it's going to just chop down here while it makes a major decision, which in my opinion, it is going to be to the upside, because historically, every single time in the past, XRP has had a massive impulsive move off of these lows. And with the Ethereum ETF approval, it's a big deal. It's a big deal because it signals that we're about to get ready for alt season, essentially. And we're still waiting on that. But also over here, right? Big shout out to Good Morning Crypto for this. SEC versus Ripple settlement this July. New video reveals SEC and Ripple XRP settlement could be announced this summer. Now, I don't hype up any of these narratives in terms of like, oh, a settlement's happening. No, it's still a catalyst that could happen over the next couple months, especially in terms of alt season here. Things can get wild very quick. I've talked about it on multiple occasions. I mean, go back to July of 2023. 100% candle in just one day. That's how fast things can change around the space. But this is with Linda P. Jones and also James68J. And we have them sharing their insights. We have breaking down 3 major catalysts over the next 18 months. SEC case settlement, Japanese XRP ledger adoption, USA IPO announcement. When do you think we will see a settlement announced between the SEC and Ripple? And check this out.
Right. We may even get, the settlement before the end of July, I think was what I heard. I think that came from Brad. I could be mistaken, but I think Brad Garlinghouse said that. So if we get the settlement by the end of July, that's going to give us value. Mr. Katao in Japan said, of course, all the Japanese banks are going to be using XRP next year. So that's coming.
That's
and
big.
Said as soon as the settlement happens, Ripple will announce an IPO. Now that's from him. I don't know if it's true, but he said that.
Right.
So if that's true, then we get an IPO announcement. We might get an ETF announcement. We might get an IPO soon. I mean, there's so many things that are boom, 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 boom. Right in a row. So I know that times are tough and people are just, upset and want things to hurry up, but it's all going to happen in its right timing, and everything's going to happen in the way that we expect. I think we know what we have. It's going to work out. Just keep the faith and confidence.
And, I actually agree with her on that. Times are rough, and I get it, right? We all, listen, at this point in time, I feel as though we're all kind of in the same boat, right? We just want to make a ton of money. And, when it comes to XRP, we're just waiting, and we have been waiting for so long, and it seems as though it's like a never-ending road where it's just a revolving cycle of, oh, it's good news after good news after good news, and you go and check the price, and it's like, well, where's the good news? XRP is doing absolutely nothing. And I feel as though we're kind of stuck in that cycle, but then all of a sudden, every time, historically speaking, we kind of get that same exact, it's pretty much the same exact sentiment, and then all of a sudden, we get that big move. And it makes up for all of that time where we just sat there and we're just waiting, and it's just like, it seems as though it's like a never-ending cycle, and it makes up for all of it. And I completely agree with her, right? We have a lot of these major catalysts aligning perfectly for specific time frames around this market that are also aligning with things like the Ethereum ETF. And it's very interesting to me. I don't believe in coincidences, but it's very interesting that all of this is pretty much aligning at a perfect time. Also, big shout out to Coinbase, because guess what? We now have XRP being available to New York users on the Coinbase iOS and Android apps, and even on Coinbase.com. This is a big thing because it now is official, right? Pretty much XRP is relisted on all major exchanges that it was previously delisted off of. And also, XRP will be reinstated in the CMB 10 index. This is a big one, or CMBI 10 index. Big shout out to Bank XRP for this. And for those out there that don't know about this, all right, this is the full-on index. We have big shout out to XRP Drops. The CMBI 10 index is designed to measure the performance an investor would expect from investing in a diversified basket of cryptocurrencies weighted by their free float market capitalization. The 10 largest crypto assets defined by an asset's expected 10-year future market capitalization are selected as the index constituents. And if we actually go back over here, right, we have that this was previously removed because of the SEC lawsuit. So now it's relisted on this. Again, all of this happening at a very interesting time where it's pretty much all aligning. And again, I don't want to be like a tinfoil hat wearer or anything, but I don't believe in coincidences. It feels as though like this is all by plan. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But also over here, we have breaking Solana and XRP ETFs next year. Following the SEC's approval of Ethereum spot ETFs, Britain's Standard Chartered Bank is exploring the launch of ETFs for Solana and XRP by 2025. And yes, if you guys did miss it, we have over here breaking Standard Chartered Bank predicts that Solana and XRP ETFs will be approved before 2025. Last night, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse liked several XRP ETF tweets, signaling a US approval could be in the works. And yeah, if you guys did miss it, go over to Brad Garlinghouse's X account, we have first off a repost of Standard Chartered analyst says other crypto ETFs such as Solana XRP is likely a 2025 story. We don't know when it's going to happen, right? Nobody's going to be able to guess it perfectly. But also over here we have the likes by Brad. It's 3 posts about an XRP ETF. So very, very interesting. Again, it could be nothing, right? Just like this recent post about laugh now, but one day XRP will power the world post by Brad. These posts are just to kind of rally up the community, get you guys, talking, get everyone hyped up a little bit. I'm not going to read too much into it. Do I think that an XRP ETF will happen before 2025? In my opinion, and I'm going to kind of take the opposite route here, would it be crazy for an XRP ETF to signal the top? If we got an approval of an XRP ETF, do you think that that would be a top signal? I'm just kind of curious on this because the best news comes towards the top and the worst news comes towards the end of the cycle. So do we think that the ETF happens in the middle of alt season to push XRP even higher? Or do you think that it happens at the top of the cycle to trap the retail sector in, thinking that it's going to go much, much higher? Because in my opinion, that is the perfect trap. Let me know what you guys think about that, because that's my thought process on this. But also over here, we have Standard Chartered Ripple partner telling you the time is now for XRP to rise from the ashes. Check this out.
I do think that there's a role in the world for a well-regulated, well-run cryptocurrency market. There's a much more interesting, from my perspective, role in the world for a digital assets marketplace. And the difference between the two, of course, is cryptocurrencies are not fiat currencies. They're not controlled by central bankers or issued by governments, and the value is a function of what people are prepared to pay for it, not what's the fundamental value of Bitcoin. Who knows? Even with gold, we can say what's the fundamental value of gold, and ultimately at some point it's going to end up on your ring or on your finger or on your ear in some markets, but Bitcoin is not going to end up hung around your neck anytime soon, I don't think. So I have no idea where the price of Bitcoin is going to go. I think there's a group of investors who think that cryptocurrencies have an interesting place in an investment portfolio. There's another group of speculators who like to speculate on anything that moves around a lot in price. That's okay as long as it's done in an appropriate way. And the infrastructure implosion that you mentioned with FTX implosion, people going to jail, etc., are indications of market failures or regulation failures or legislation failures, bad behavior that don't detract from whatever the underlying value of a cryptocurrency is. I'm not too focused on that, to be honest. Importantly, the infrastructure to support cryptocurrencies is the same as the infrastructure to support the whole other range of, let's call it, much more obviously societally useful digital assets. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's not societally useful. It's quite controversial whether it is or not. I don't much care. And I think anybody that's buying or selling should have responsibilities to buy and sell responsibly, and we should have the mechanisms to make sure that they comply with the law.
So regardless, right, he is talking a little bit about how, as we really look at this space, things are changing around crypto to the point where, it's ready. It's ready. We're changing the way that digital assets are looked, right? Like when we're talking about like how traditional finance and retail are looking at these things are changing, regardless of how FTX and all of that stuff really kind of occurred, right? Like nobody cares about it. Nobody cares about it today because we now have BlackRock launching ETFs. We have BlackRock telling us, oh, hey, tokenization could be 100 times larger than Bitcoin. Guys, that's $100 trillion plus in value. So as we really look at the space, like things are changing in a very large way to the point where, you have these big major banks, talking openly about how, digital assets and things behind cryptocurrency, like they are fundamentally extremely valuable. Like these are extremely valuable things. So in my opinion, as we look at what's happening, I do think that this is the year where things are starting to be taken a little bit more seriously. I think maturity is hitting this market in a large way. I'm very excited about XRP because I do think that there's so many major catalysts behind XRP that could very well move it to significant levels. I think that if you are an XRP holder and you're not paying attention to a lot of these things, including, of course, the XRP Bitcoin pair, you are missing out on a lot of major crucial information that does matter significantly. And a lot of these narratives, any of these narratives that we are watching for, right, could very well be the thing that signals a much larger breakout on this chart to officially confirm XRP's bull run beginning. And that's what we are waiting for. That's what we're watching for. Of course, we will watch it continuously in the free Discord. I will continue to give you guys my updates in that Discord as well. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.